We're gonna get through this.
If they don't fight, Netflix, and I'm assuming the representatives of Manny Pacquiao, are going to be on his ass in court. And that's not a fight he can win right now. Where's the money coming from? Floyd has got to be the dumbest person in a position that he is in, and one of the dumbest rich people alive.
Insiders claim Floyd Mayweather's world shattered in a single meeting. Last week, inside his Las Vegas war room, his legal team delivered news that allegedly broke him. Netflix had seized control of his $90 million custom jet, the crown jewel of his empire, over unpaid penalties linked to what sources describe as a devastating Pacquiao contract breach. According to those close to the situation, the moment his lawyers informed him of the asset seizure clause enforcement, triggered by contracts signed between October and December 2025, Mayweather reportedly couldn't hold it together. A person allegedly present in that room described a man crumbling, visibly shaken, tearful. Mayweather supposedly looked at his lawyers and said those words nobody wanted to hear. The jet meant everything to him. Everything. Sources claim it wasn't just a plane. It was proof. Proof he'd won. Proof he was untouchable. But on April 10th, 2026, that proof was gone. The $90 million Gulfstream G650ER, gold-plated everything, custom interiors, his name branded across it, officially transferred from his company to Netflix's corporate asset division. FAA documents filed in Los Angeles County allegedly show it all. The transfer was complete, final, and what happened next would spiral into something nobody.
What is the next step here to make Mayweather honor his word and honor his contract?
Well, for me, he cannot get out for this contract because, a lot of consequences that are going to face if he don't fight this, he fulfill this commitment.
But Netflix wasn't waiting around. Sources claim they moved like a machine the moment Mayweather broke the rules. An alleged $100 million penalty was tied to a professional fight agreement he'd already signed. And here's where it gets dark. Mayweather walked into a March 28th meet and greet thinking he could play games. He allegedly called the fight an exhibition. He questioned the Sphere venue, publicly, on record. Insiders say Netflix's legal team was watching every word. According to those close to the situation, the contract wasn't just a piece of paper. It was a trap designed to catch exactly this. A contractual provision reportedly gave Netflix the power to seize assets equal to any unpaid penalties if a fighter violated the agreement within 30 days by making public statements that conflicted with what was signed. Mayweather didn't just break the rules. Sources claim he walked directly into the snare Netflix had set for him, and Netflix allegedly pulled it tight immediately. The moment those words left his mouth on March 28th, the countdown began.
Netflix, a multi-billion-dollar company, officially announced that this would be a real fight at the Sphere. So earlier this morning, I spoke to Jazz Mather, who is the CEO of Manny Pacquiao Promotions, and he said it is absolutely a real fight. There's a signed contract. Mayweather signed it. It's in there. That it's a real fight that'll count on their records, and it's going to be at the.
And then the evidence surfaced. Sources say Jazz Mather, the chief executive of Manny Pacquiao Promotions, went straight to ESPN with the receipts. According to those reports, every single one of the 3 agreements Mayweather signed, all of them, contained the exact same asset forfeiture provision. No escape clause, no loopholes.
Just one brutal provision repeated across 3 separate contracts. He'd signed himself into a corner 3 times over. But it gets worse. Insiders claim those contracts weren't vague about what was on the line. They were specific, methodical, cold. The private jet, the Beverly Hills mansion, the waterfront.
And he told me, and I'm not going to say who it is, but he's like, Mayweather's broke. I said, no. He's like, no, really, Mayweather's broke. Now, I don't know if it's true.
Right.
This is what this guy told me. I'm like, how could he be broke? He's like, yo, he spends like crazy.
Yeah.
Spends like crazy.
I mean, only you go but so long. I mean, and you're not fighting.
Yeah.
According to reports, court documents said to have been filed in Los Angeles Superior Court on April 12th state that Floyd Mayweather still allegedly owes Netflix about $78 million even after the reported seizure of the private jet. The same reports claim the remaining balance continues growing with compounding annual interest of 12%. until the full amount is completely paid.
Then you being in breach of contract, Pacquiao's team could probably sue you, and so can Netflix, because the report is that Floyd and Pacquiao took cash advances with the anticipation of the fight.
Reports claim Mayweather's lead attorney, James Davidson, held a desperate emergency press conference outside the courthouse on April 14th, where he described the reported asset seizure as legally questionable and said his team would challenge the action through every available legal avenue. Davidson was quoted as saying that Mayweather had not been properly informed about the asset forfeiture schedule and argued that Netflix acted before the contractual period to correct the issue had expired. The same reports also allege that Netflix's legal filing contains timestamped delivery records showing that Mayweather's representatives received written notices on March 29th, April 2nd, and April 8th, warning that the reported seizure would move forward if payment was not made by April
10th.
Floyd Mayweather is going to go to jail. You play these games with Netflix, that's okay. You can play them games with the jeweler, these properties that you owe money to. You play those games with Netflix, they're going to destroy you.
The aircraft was originally purchased by Mayweather in 2018 for $60 million, and he later invested another $30 million, transforming it with luxury upgrades throughout the entire cabin interior. It boasted a sprawling master bedroom, a fully equipped shower, a meeting room designed for 12 passengers, and an entertainment system valued at $2 million alone. Over the years, Mayweather obsessively shared videos from inside the jet on Instagram, constantly seen traveling across the world while flaunting massive amounts of cash, making the aircraft one of the most iconic symbols of his Money Mayweather image.
Look at the color up top.
The reported loss of the private jet has spiraled into Mayweather's cascading financial collapse, which also includes an IRS tax lien totaling $7.30 million, filed in March for unpaid federal taxes connected to 2018 and 2023. According to the claims, this catastrophic situation places the rest of his assets at severe risk of government collection if the outstanding obligations are not immediately resolved.
Damn, Floyd Mayweather, Money Mayweather. Why they got you up under the gun again on $25 million in taxes? Hey man, you know, stuff about to get real for you, Floyd, man, because you already owe Gervonta Davis $33 million that you ain't paid him.
On top of those reported financial catastrophes, Jet Aircraft Inc. is actively seeking $15,690 for unpaid charter flight services that were allegedly provided in September 2025. Meanwhile, two Miami jewelry businesses have also filed aggressive lawsuits claiming Mayweather still owes more than $1.40 million for expensive watches and chains that they allege he received without ever completing the full payment.
So what does this mean, and what's like a potential outcome for this case that's coming up? Well, the lawsuit could have some pretty serious implications, not only for Floyd's legacy, but also for how networks and advisors handle fighter.
A Manhattan luxury condominium landlord has also filed a lawsuit claiming Mayweather allegedly owes $330,000 in unpaid rent that reportedly traces back to July 2025. According to the claim, he signed the lease in December 2024 and moved into the property after personally assuring that all required payments would be made without any delay whatsoever.
Speaking of fighters, the gloves are now off when it comes to Floyd Mayweather's former landlords, believe it or not. This happened, and it actually has the boxing legend now being sued for more than $330,000 in unpaid rent and damage.
The mounting financial pressure has ignited explosive discussion throughout the boxing community, with many now questioning what truly motivates Mayweather's desperate return to the ring. As whispers intensify, insiders believe his comeback fights may be driven far less by competitive hunger and far more by the urgent need to generate massive income through
Perez just leaned on him again. Fat Joe style leaned back on him for another, $7 million? After Floyd took an advance to cash, he took a cash advance on this fight. because he signed however many different contracts already, and to sign those, he was paid money and then took a cash advance.
I smell some heavy hypocrisy coming from Floyd's direction.
Canelo Alvarez, who was defeated by Mayweather through a majority decision in 2013, suddenly shared a cryptic Instagram post that many fans interpreted as a calculated reference to Mayweather's reported financial implosion. His message suggested that wealth evaporates far more rapidly than true legacy, and was posted alongside a photo of himself signing a lucrative contract extension. Ryan Garcia spoke far more openly during a Twitch live stream, where he claimed that after decades of boasting about riches, Mayweather had now allegedly lost his private jet to Netflix. He suggested it was the result of ducking certain fights and strategically hand-picking opponents. Then came Gervonta Davis, the fighter Mayweather promoted during early career before their relationship catastrophically fell apart, chose not to make a public statement. But his silence spoke volumes. He liked multiple social media posts criticizing Mayweather's mismanagement of his finances. Boxing promoter Eddie Hearn later told media that the reported situation should serve as a stark lesson for every fighter about managing money responsibly and honoring agreements they sign. Once a contract is signed and advance payments accepted, renegotiating terms afterward is simply unrealistic, particularly when dealing with a corporation as formidable as Netflix. Netflix should have recognized the consequences beforehand. Interview 1136-1153. Stephen A. Smith devoted part of an episode of First Take to dissecting Netflix's reported financial catastrophe, describing it as one of the most devastating collapses ever witnessed in professional sports. He questioned how an athlete who reportedly earned more than $1.10 billion throughout his career could reach a breaking point where his private jet was allegedly stripped away. Smith stressed that this situation could not simply be dismissed as mere bad luck, and argued that it revealed catastrophically poor financial stewardship.
The management.
Which is why I sit here with sadness today to report to you that I'm incredibly disappointed in one of my all-time favorite fighters, my brother, Floyd Money Mayweather.
Skip Bayless offered a contrasting perspective, arguing that Mayweather could still recover financially if he now fulfills the Pacquiao fight agreement and delivers the major event spectacle to Netflix, which could allow him to accumulate enough money to reclaim what he has catastrophically lost. During a training session in Los Angeles, Manny Pacquiao also addressed the reported situation and told reporters he felt zero sympathy for Mayweather because the alleged contract breach had devastated months of his own intense preparation. Pacquiao stated that Mayweather had agreed to a legitimate fight and accepted the advance payment, so he now bears full responsibility to fulfill the agreement or face the severe consequences. He added that this is simply business, and Netflix is aggressively protecting the massive investment it made.
Is that what he's feeling? But he signed a real fight.
So it's for sure.
Yes, the contract we signed is a real fight.
Okay. Yeah, because I know he said
I want to fight an exhibition.
no exhibition. It's either real fight or not.
Yeah, it's a real fight.
Freddie Roach, who has guided Pacquiao throughout much of his legendary career, spoke with brutal directness when dissecting Mayweather's fractured personality and the arrogant choices he made. He offered a devastatingly harsh assessment of Mayweather's character and the reckless decisions that allegedly spiraled into the catastrophic situation. Interview 1403-1409. Roach said that Mayweather had always believed he could outsmart everyone and act as though normal rules did not apply to him. He added that Netflix had now given him a very costly reminder of the importance of honoring signed agreements during an interview with Boxing Scene. Reports surrounding the private jet have also ignited explosive discussion about Mayweather's true financial position, with some analysts questioning whether his public image of enormous wealth had been concealing deeper cash flow issues. Although Forbes had previously estimated his net worth at $450 million, the growing number of lawsuits, unpaid debts, and reported asset seizures have led some to believe his available funds may be much lower than many expected. His reported sales of a previous private jet, along with his Beverly Hills home and Miami property in late 2025, are now being viewed by some as desperate efforts to raise money, rather than ordinary financial planning. According to the reported contract terms, the process that resulted in the jet transfer began with written notice followed by a critical 15-day period to resolve the breach before ownership could legally change. if payment was not made. FAA records reportedly show that ownership of the aircraft moved from TB Aviation LLC to Netflix Content Acquisition Holdings on April 10th at 3:47 in the afternoon Pacific Time, making the transfer official and irreversible. Netflix has not publicly addressed the reports, although sources claim the company may either auction the aircraft or integrate it into its own executive fleet. The reported legal action has been viewed as a stark warning to both Mayweather and the wider boxing world that breaking contractual agreements brings immediate financial devastation regardless of reputation or legacy. Mayweather now faces a catastrophic decision: either pay the remaining $78 million penalty together with accumulated compounding interest, or risk total destruction involving his Beverly Hills and Miami properties within the next 30 days. His planned 2026 schedule, including the Mike Zambites exhibition in June and a proposed rematch with Pacquiao in September, is now being interpreted by insiders as a desperate effort to rebuild his shattered finances rather than simply extend his boxing legacy. Fans who once celebrated his legend, whether he can recover from these reported setbacks remains deeply uncertain, but the reported seizure of his $90 million private jet has become one of the most devastating blows to the carefully constructed image of the man who proudly positioned himself as boxing's greatest businessman.